What's up, YouTube? This is Johnny Shredder. Actually, that's not my real name, but I figure I'd go by something that's easy to remember, which is actually a nickname that was given to me by some Yahoo years and years ago, and I decided to run with it. My real name, actually, this is my real last name. I don't know if you can see too well. I'm in my wonderful little rental here. I am not affiliated with these folks, but that is my real last name. Same spelling and everything. I'm here to tell you about a insurance fiasco that I had driving with Uber and Lyft. My story, long story short, is I'm on disability from my real job because, well, I had surgery and I'm recovering, which it is coming along very well. But I had surgery, so I cannot work my real job. So now I'm driving for Uber and Lyft. Now, about a little over a week ago, I was rear ended and it wasn't pretty at all. I dropped off my passenger. Thank God I didn't have a passenger in the car. And I was just sitting at a red light, minding my own business, waiting for the light to turn green and go. Did not have any passengers. I did have both Uber and Lyft apps on, trying to, well, my plan was really to wait for another ride, but while I was waiting for another ride, head in the direction of home. So I do this kind of often, at that time at night. If I'm tired, okay, I'll start to drive home, and if I get there before I get a call, I'm done for the night. Well, it didn't happen. I got smashed into. So I get out, and it's a long story, but anyway, I get out and I asked the young lady, actually she's a middle-aged lady or whatever, but asked her what happened. First made sure everybody's okay, everybody looked okay. Asked her what happened. She said, "Well, I dropped my phone and I hit you. I don't know what happened. I dropped my phone. I was looking at my phone. Boom." But she proceeds to tell the police officer a completely different story. She tells me she is insured. I find out she's not insured. Basically, 2 days later, she did not have the insurance information with her at the time of the accident. It's also a rental, which is another story. Her car was a rental. So 2 days later, she tells the officer basically her insurance information, but I called them and I spent 2 hours on hold and a total of 3 hours on the phone with them, 2 hours of that on hold. And turns out she wasn't covered because it looks like she bought that policy the next day, because the dates, I was hit on October 30th, which was actually 13 days ago, sorry. Hit on October 30th, and then October 31st, she goes and buys the policy. So I'm like, oh no. I ended up getting the insurance information from the rental company, and a lot of long story, but it looks like they're covering it. Thank the Lord. It looks like it's covered. $6,000 and counting in damage so far, but it looks like they're covering it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and back up to 2 days before, on about, say, the 28th, October 28th. I'm figuring out even before that, hey, I might not be covered under my personal insurance policy because they don't like to cover for ride sharing. Their odds go up that you're going to get into an accident because you're out there more. You're out there driving more, and you're also driving for money. They don't like to cover that. That's their own personal. That's for personal insurance. They don't like to cover that. Now, what they do say basically is if your app is on, your personal insurance is not going to cover. So if you turn on that Lyft app, Uber app, both of them, one of them, you're not covered under personal insurance. Now, Uber and Lyft, if you're on your way to get a passenger, yeah, you're probably covered, or you might be covered. There's a high deductible, $1,000 with Uber, $2,500 with Lyft. I don't know how well I trust it, really, honestly. However, if you're waiting for a rider, it looks like you're not covered by anyone. No one covers it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and back it up to a couple days before the accident. I went out and called a lot of insurance companies, and did find out in my state there was one that covers for rideshare. It was a little bit on the expensive side, probably maybe double, maybe a little more than double what I pay. I'm a very good driver. I have a 2015 Mazda CX-5, and basically my insurance through this company, I don't want to say any names, but it's not that hard to figure out. Every state is different, as basically. But I'm covered $184 a month, and it's, pretty good coverage, so it made me feel a lot better. Now, I was very thankful that I did that. It looks like I'm not going to be using this insurance company for this claim because they were basically, the other company is already taking care of it. So you think, basically, long story short, as a driver, you think you're covered by Uber and Lyft? Probably not, or you might not be. You're going to want to double check on that because it is not worth it. Just make sure you're covered by whoever, because you don't want to get in an accident. And, I had $6,000 of damage, probably no medical. Maybe I was a little sore afterwards. I think I'm walking around, I think I'm okay. So no medical. Now, there could have been medical, and the medical part can get very expensive. So again, you're going to want to make sure you're covered. Now, before I go, I would like to share with you my Lyft code and give you guys a free $20 ride. Also, there are bonuses if you sign up as a driver through Lyft and Uber, basically. Lyft, I think they're maybe a little bit better company, but it's hard to say, really. They're both good. This is my my Lyft code. My real first name is Richard, so make sure you put in on the payment screen, go to Lyft and download the app and go to the payment screen and put in my code Richard345120, and you will get a free $20 ride. Now, I do some Lyft and Uber driving. I sell a lot of things on eBay, so I'll probably do some more videos. I've got some stories to tell about my eBay fling as well, basically. But, do comment below, ask me any questions. I'll be definitely try to answer everything and help everybody out. I'm here just to help people. So you guys have a good day, and thank you very much.